In this video, we're diving into Git Submodules, a powerful feature that lets you include other Git repositories within your project. We'll explore how submodules can help you manage external dependencies, shared components, and maintain a modular project structure with independent versioning. Git submodules allow you to include other Git repositories within your repository. They are particularly useful for incorporating third-party libraries or shared components into your project. Each submodule maintains its own identity and history, which enables a modular project structure with independent versioning. This is different from simply copying code into your project, because the submodule retains its link to its original repository. To add a Git repository as a submodule, use the command git submodule add, followed by the URL of the repository and the path where you want to place it within your project. For example, git submodule add https://github.com/username/library, gitlib/library. This command performs several actions. First, it creates a new .gitmodules file containing the submodule configuration. Second, it clones the specified repository to the specified path. Third, it adds the submodule to the staging area. The .gitmodules file stores the configuration information for your submodules. It includes the path and the URL of the submodule repository. This file is committed to your repository and shared with everyone who clones your project, ensuring that everyone knows which submodules to use. When cloning a repository that contains submodules, you need to ensure that the submodules are properly initialized and updated. The easiest way to do this is by using the command git clone recurse submodules, followed by the repository URL. This command clones the main repository and automatically initializes and updates all of its submodules. If you have already cloned the repository without using the recurse submodules option, you can initialize and update the submodules separately. First, run git submodule init to initialize the submodules. Then, run git submodule update to fetch the submodule content. You can also combine these two steps into a single command by using git submodule update init. To check the status of your submodules, use the command git submodule status. The output will show the commit ID of each submodule along with the path. A plus sign indicates that the submodule commit has changed and needs to be updated. To update all submodules to the latest commit, use the command git submodule update remote. If you want to update a specific submodule, specify its path after the remote option, such as git submodule update remote lib/library. The diagram here visually represents how the main repository and submodule evolve over time, illustrating the importance of keeping them synchronized. To make changes within a submodule, first navigate to the submodule directory using the cd command. Once inside the submodule, you can work as you normally would with a Git repository. Make changes, commit them, and push them to the submodule's remote repository. Keep in mind that changes made in submodules need to be committed separately from the main repository. After committing and pushing changes to the submodule, return to the main repository directory. To incorporate the changes from the submodule into the main repository, you need to add the updated submodule to the staging area and commit the changes. The main repository tracks which commit of the submodule it's using, so committing the submodule updates the pointer to the new commit. Here's a recommended workflow for working with Git submodules. Always pull changes with the recurse submodules option to keep your submodules in sync with the main repository. It's a good practice to work in branches, creating feature branches in both the main repository and the submodules to isolate your work. When committing changes, first commit the changes in the submodule, and then update the main repository to point to the new submodule commit. This ensures that the main repository always references a valid state of the submodule. Use git pull recurse submodules to pull changes and update submodules simultaneously. Also use git push recurse submodules equals check to ensure that all submodule changes are pushed before pushing the main repository changes. To remove a submodule, use the command Git Submodule init, followed by the submodule path, then use git rm to remove the submodule from the repository. Commit these changes with a descriptive message. To change the URL of a submodule, use the git config command to update the submodule URL property in the .gitmodules file. After changing the URL, run git submodule sync to synchronize the configuration. To use a specific commit or tag in a submodule, navigate to the submodule directory, check out the desired version using git checkout, and then return to the main repository and commit the changes. It's a common mistake to forget to commit submodule changes in the main repository, which can lead to detached head states for other team members. Always ensure that submodule changes are properly committed and pushed in the main repository. Git submodules offer precise version control of dependencies and keep your repository history clean and separate. They work with any Git repository and don't require additional tools, supporting exact commit pinning. However, there are alternatives. Git subtrees merge external code directly into your repository. Package managers like npm, pip, and composer handle language-specific dependencies. Monorepos consolidate multiple projects into a single repository, and Git Large File Storage, or LFS, is designed for managing large binary files. The choice between submodules and these alternatives depends on your project's specific needs and your team's preferred workflow. Here are some best practices for working with Git submodules. Always reference specific commits or tags in submodules to ensure consistency across all environments. Regularly update submodules and communicate changes to team members to prevent conflicts. Include clear instructions in your README about how to clone and work with submodules in your project. Always check submodule changes with git diff submodule before committing to the main repository. In summary, Git submodules provide a powerful way to include external repositories in your project while maintaining separate version histories. When used correctly, they enable modular development and precise dependency management. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.